In the middle of a storm. You know you got me.
And we are back, folks. Let's go. Where y'all at? Appreciate you for joining. Let's go. Get the likes up. Get the like count up in the building. Let's go. Let's go.
I can't take this shit no more. Good, clean girl.
Where y'all at? Share the live stream. Let's go. We live on multiple platforms. Let's go. We about to have one hell of a topic today. Trust me. You don't want to miss this. I got a lot to say about this topic, and I hope I can get some help from the people watching the show in the comment section. Shout out to wherever you're watching from. Appreciate you. Let's go. Let's get the likes up in the building. Let's share the live stream. Shout out to Brother Lee. Thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. My man, appreciate you. Thank you, Brother Lee. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And shout out to Christina for the super chat. Thank you as well. Appreciate you as well for supporting the live stream. Let's go, folks. Thank you both. Let's go. You know, I got a lot to say about this topic right here. I hope you guys are ready. Get your seatbelt on if you don't have it on. And let's get ready to go. We're talking about black men. If you guys don't know about Ayesha Howard, she's the woman that's on the thumbnail. Ayesha Howard. Ayesha Howard is a BW influencer. I'll show you her Instagram. She's an influencer BW who likes rich black men. I'll just leave it like that. That's what she likes. She likes rich black men, and she's been able to infiltrate and get her hands on rich black men somehow and get pregnant by two of them. And you can pretty much say that she's set for life at this point, right? You can pretty much say that she's set for life. If this kind of a woman is going to have access or somehow find access to rich black men, then and get pregnant by them, you damn right she's gonna be set for life. She's wealthy and set for life. Shout out to Big Dave. Thank you, brother, for the super chat. She's set for life. And I'm gonna have, you know, I have some questions for everybody, because I know we can call this a hustle. We can call it different things. We can say it's a hustle. And indeed, I do think it's a hustle. But these men are more like street men to begin with. I don't understand how somebody who's street savvy, right? Someone who grew up around women, street savvy men can get taken by women who are seductive, and that's all they're known for, and that's all they're good for is seduction. That's all they're known for, and that's all they're good for is seduction. So I don't really understand how these kind of a men can get got by these kind of a women. I don't. Can somebody help me understand that? Can somebody help me understand how these kind of a men always end up getting taken advantage of by these kind of women? That's what I want to know. How is Ayesha Howard able to get her hands on not one but two rich black men? Not one but two rich black men that not only get her hands on, but she's able to get pregnant by them. King said lust is the answer. She's not only able to, she gets pregnant. I found your content on TikTok a few months ago. I'm 40, raised my 2 boys by the same dad. Where was the black guru years ago? Mimi, how many years ago? Well, you said that you raised your boys, you got the same father, so that's pretty good in and of itself. If you raise your children and they got the same father, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because I'll tell you one thing, Anthony Edwards and Lil Baby, who both have children with this woman, allegedly, from what we can see, they didn't grow up with a father. They didn't grow up with their father. They only grew up with a single mother. They only grew up with a single mother. They didn't grow up with a father. So that's my question after all this time. And we've seen so many men, wealthy men, fall, especially in the black community, from messing with strippers, messing with seductive women, right? But my thing is, this is something that we didn't used to hear about or see back in the day. We didn't used to hear about a lot of this stuff back in the day. This is more of a recent phenomenon that I'm trying to understand. Why is it as of recently are we seeing men of color who have money? You come up in a single mother home, you get money, right? You're famous. We don't see this in other communities. Men like strippers. Anomaly, you're going to be gone. Keep running your mouth in these comment section. You're going to be gone. Thank you, Miss Lady Love, for the PayPal donation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to Miss Lady Love. Thank you for the PayPal. You didn't used to see this, and you don't really see this in other communities. How many people that are watching right now can name Caucasian men, Asian men, Hispanic men that are very wealthy, that have drama over child custody with a 304 type of woman? Can y'all name really any? Can y'all name any Hispanic men, Caucasian men, Asian men who have this type of situation? Can anybody name any? Let me know. Because I had a hard time thinking of any. Elon is the only one you can think of. He has a child with a 304 type woman. I didn't know that. Interesting. Ross said that kind of never happens. Lee said they don't put their business in the streets. But even that's the thing. Let's just say they don't. Let's say the Asian women, the Caucasian women, let's say they don't put their business in the streets. How is it if you as a wealthy black man, you as a black man, period, you know that, hey, if I mess with this 304 type of a woman, if I mess with the one that got the big old booty BBL, the titties, the breasts or whatever, I know that my business is going to be put out in the street. Well, why mess with her? Why screw her? Why? That's my question. Let me show y'all, I went to her Instagram, and the fact of the matter, she already has pictures of her and her son on the Instagram before she was messing with Anthony Edwards. So he would have had to see this. Are you so mesmerized by her booty and her coochie? Huh? Come on, talk to me. What causes this? I just put her on the screen right now for those of you watching on a YouTube channel or Facebook channel. This is her. This is her. This is how she poses and takes her pictures and all that. This is her right here. And this is the baby. Oh yeah, you could tell. Now that baby does favor Anthony Edwards. And he apparently already got the paternity test done. And he says that that's his baby. You an NBA star playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves. How? And this is the son apparently that she has with the rapper Lil Baby. the other little boy that y'all gonna see here. Let me go down. There she is, her and her son with Lil Baby, and he looked like he gonna be a future thug or whatever, some type of rapper or whatever. He gonna be something. You can tell. Just look at him. He gonna be something. Probably gonna be trouble too. And this is what he has to grow up with. He's growing up with a 304 type of mama. Let me ask y'all a question. Guru, a lot of brothers fall victim to the 304s because they have fame and access to these pretty bops. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. When it comes to a situation like this, if you grew up and you saw that your mama was a 304, wouldn't that make you detest 304s? Elon must have a lot of kids. Yeah, I believe he does as well. That's correct. Wouldn't that make you detest the 304 type of woman, right? If your mama was that. So I wonder, my question is, what is he going to end up? Is he going to end up wanting a woman that's just like his mama, or is he going to want the opposite type of woman? Is he going to want that type of woman or the opposite type of woman? When I was coming up, and I know times even before that, especially in the black community, a lot of mothers took their children to church. A lot of mothers took their children to church, and the women you didn't see actively dressed like this. Obviously, social media didn't exist, but you didn't see women just walking around dressed like this, right? So you had boys that were more likely to see women that were church-going women, women that were not street women, O's, 304s, whatever you want to call them. They didn't see that shit growing up. These days, this is everywhere. This right here is everywhere. And this is what a lot of the other girls look at and they say, oh, she was able to bag Lil Baby. She was able to get Anthony Edwards. She got pregnant by both of them. And Anthony Edwards, I saw the text messages, alleged text messages. He told her to get rid of the baby, to delete the baby. And then he also said that he don't want nothing to do with the child. Ooh, nope, the exact opposite. Have you seen Polo G Mother, King Von Mother? More so a reflection of how they view their mothers. Okay, thank you for that input. Thank you for that input. This is something I don't understand with the women either. Come on, talk to me. This is something I don't understand with the women. You as a woman, how is it that if you're looking at this story and saying, oh, Ayesha, she was able to get Lil Baby and Anthony Edwards, two rich black men, to put their seed up inside of her. She got pregnant and now she's set for life. These men don't really want shit to do with these kids. Just think about the mentality that the girls are coming up. It's more important for me to get the money in the bag than to worry about having a father around to help me with my children. Come on. Guru. This is what the young girls see. This is what they're drawn to as well. This is not just the fact that wealthy black men, they're gonna come up thinking they like this kind of a look. They like this kind of a woman. And you know damn well this ain't no church woman. You know damn well this is not no devout Muslim woman or devout any religious type of woman. You know damn well that's not. Shout out to Mrs. Gale. She said, this is why I start with the mothers. Your daughters grow up to be like you, and your sons grow up to find a woman like you. Young boys are always attracted to how they view their mom. It was their first lesson in femininity. That is deep. Thank you so much, Mrs. Gale. That is deep. One thing I can proudly say, I never grew up in a household where I saw my mother running men in and out of the house, dressed provocatively, trying to show off her ass and titties or her cooter cat. I never saw that coming up. Thank God. Never had to worry about her having a different man every other weekend or whatever, leaving me in the house so she could go out and party and drink and get tore up, or try to put herself around ballers and rappers and shit. Come on, talk to me. Von Mom is a Thor too. Oh, you mean a thought? Oh, King Von Mom is a thought. See, I don't know much about these rappers. But when I see stories like this, Anthony Edwards, this is the woman who he involved himself with. And look at this. This is the rapper's son, Lil Baby, that he had apparently with this woman. Look how she's dressed. Another question that I had when I was looking at this is, if both of these men, Lil Baby, Anthony Edwards, if they grew up in single mother homes, why didn't the single mothers teach them and warn them about women like this? Can y'all help me understand? Can y'all help me answer that question? Why didn't their mothers teach them and warn them about women like this? Can y'all help me understand that? Why aren't these mothers teaching them? They grew up in single mother home. No father around. No father around. Shout out to Mrs. Gail again. Thank you so much. She said, always interesting that if the man has money, they want to keep the baby. But if the man is broke, then they visit Planned Parenthood. That is nothing but facts. Shout out to Mrs. Gail. You keep the baby if he has money. You keep the baby around if he has money. But if he don't have money, you get rid of the baby really fast if he don't have money. You go visit, the baby goes from the womb to the tomb. Come on, talk to me. Come on, talk to me. The baby goes from the womb to the tomb. That's what happens. I'm going to show y'all these alleged text messages too. Hopefully I can find them right here. You know, Anthony Edwards allegedly sent text to this woman and told her, I believe here they are right here. Y'all can see for yourself. Y'all can see for yourself. These are the alleged text message. She apparently said, I'm pregnant, wanted to tell you in person, but you gave me no other choice. We probably should have kept it cordial, but we're here now. He said, okay, laugh out loud. Get the abortion, laugh out loud. He wanted her to get the abortion. And she said, I don't need hush money. My intentions aren't to blackmail you in any way. I'm being upfront and honest. I'm not getting an abortion. It's not an option. I can keep you updated throughout the process, or I can disappear until the baby's here and it's on you. Either way, I'm done going back and forward because you still think it's a joke. And he said, oh my God, with a bunch of laughing emojis, bye. She said, not bye, see you later. You know, when I read this, look at how she's talking. She's talking very matter of fact. This is a business transaction for women like this. And when they say that they want the bag, let me go back to her pictures. Look at the look in her eyes and stuff. Look how she's looking and stuff. If you want to call this the seductive look or whatever you want to call it, this is business. This is her marketing herself for a wealthy man to put his private inside of her raw. And this is nothing but business. There's no love there. There's no love. Let me put the link on the YouTube channel as well if you guys want to come up. There's no love in her eyes. There's no loving warm mother, loving, warm wife in her eyes at all, and in any of her actions or behavior. But we got men in the community that are attracted to this shit. They're attracted to this. They don't mind being part of a scandal, losing most or all of their money. You got men that have gone broke in the black community over children. Once had money, went broke. Athletes and other shit went broke because they got a whole bunch of children by a whole bunch of these kind of women who are just after a business transaction. I'm still trying to figure out why the mothers are not teaching their sons to avoid these kind of women, because he didn't grow up with a father. Well, Guru, that shows the importance of fathers. We need fathers around. The cycle repeats itself. She's not going to have any fathers around to help her raise these boys. She's not. What fathers are going to be around for her? Let me put the link over here. What fathers are going to be around for her to help her? None. Zero. She's not going to have any fathers for her sons. And I think one is a daughter, one girl and one boy. No fathers. So more than likely, you got another 304 in the making, and she's going to teach the same shit. Look, girl, I use my body, my money maker. I got that BBL done. I got that body done. And you my daughter, and I'm teaching you how to do the same. You can do the same thing and get the bag and get the money from these men. And then the son is attracted. And they, these women will talk a lot of ish about, well, that's what y'all want. Y'all want the 304s. Y'all want the 304s. And them same ones that are saying you want the 304s are dressed just like them. She can say, okay, she's not a 304, but what does she dress like? What does she carry herself like? It's the same women that say, y'all like the 304s, y'all like 304. You visit their social media and they shit look just like this. Come on, talk to me. Their page will look just like this. And what is the message you're sending to your sons? Anthony Edwards and Lil Baby aren't exactly the smartest tools in the toolbox. They're smart enough to know how to get money, and a lot of it. They're smart enough to know how to get a lot of money. And you can't tell me if you're smart enough to know how to get a lot of money and they got it legal. You're smart enough to know how to get money like that, but you're that stupid to not understand, especially Anthony Edwards. He's the one, because she already did this with a rapper and he should have known that. He's the one that looks the dumbest in this situation. On your way to be the face of the NBA. Hundreds of millions of dollars you're about to make. And you have scandals and shit like this that gonna not only ruin your career, because it's gonna affect your mind. It's gonna affect your mindset. It's gonna affect the way you play. It's gonna affect all of that. They are both extra reckless with their PP. Yeah, I agree. I agree that they're both reckless with their private part. But the problem is that I'm trying to figure out is why. We don't have enough good, decent, honest mothers in the community that have taught their sons this. That's fine. I agree with you. Their fathers weren't around. I looked up both of their early childhood. They didn't have a man in the house. They didn't have a father around. But what about the mother? Because the mother gets credit when the son comes out really good. What about the mother? Where's her responsibility in having a son that likes these kind of women, that gets these kind of women pregnant, that doesn't teach your son discipline? You did it all alone by yourself, but you couldn't teach your son how to keep his wangama thing and save it for a more honest, decent type of woman, instead of a woman that just want to play you for your money. The issue is that they follow the mother's footsteps. Alexa, what do you mean they follow the mother's footsteps? Who followed the mother's footsteps? The children? Oh, she said they look for the same type of women that the mothers are. When I put her on the screen, let me ask y'all a question, because I really want to know. Does this woman, the way she carries herself, is this a woman of the night? Does she carry herself like a woman of the night? A 304? A woman that sells her body? The way that she dresses and carries herself, does she carry herself like that? What is y'all answer to that? Does this woman carry herself like that? When you look at the way she dresses, this is her social media. Are these outfits and poses and all of that stuff? Is this the outfit? Is this the characters? Are these the poses of a street woman or a woman that sells herself in any kind of way? You escort, whatever you want to call them. Is that what this is? Come on, talk to me. While y'all doing that, get the likes up. Let's go, folks. Get the like count up. Look at that one. She got on a see-through outfit where you can see everything. And obviously you can tell she's had her body done. You can tell she's used some of that money that Lil Baby and got the Lil Baby's been giving her, got her body done. Lorenzen Wright story should have been enough for them. Yeah. Lorenzen Wright, I remember he got unalived by, I thought it wasn't it his wife? Wasn't he married to that woman? I can't remember if Lorenzen Wright was actually married out of Memphis. Lorenzen Wright out of Memphis. Yes, Lorenzen Wright lost his life messing with one of these seductive jokers. Lorenzen Wright lost his life messing with one of these type of women. Let's talk, folks. Oh, it was his wife. Okay. Guru, you know that woman looks good. That's what I'm saying. Let's go back to it. Y'all are saying that woman looks good. This woman let's go back to the text messages, because I want you to see once again how much this is a transaction. This is a transaction for her. The next question she asked him, which looks like March 1st, Anthony, do you hate me? And then he says, allegedly, because you bringing a child in the world that's going to be without a father. He tells her he don't want shit to do with the child. She says, I'm not asking you to be with me in any way, shape, or form or fashion. If you choose to be a complete ghost to your seed, that's totally up to you. That's something you'll have to take up with the higher power. Hard to believe. It's amazing. She want to mention God. Hard to believe when you father a kid outside of your own. But I come in peace, despite what you may think, and I'm not sure how or when to communicate with you without overwhelming you, but we are clear on how you feel. He said, allegedly, I don't want to be in the child's life. He says, I won't be in a child's life. I don't want. You are sick. He's telling her he don't want to be in a child's life, and he will not be in this child's life. These are the messages I guess she presented that are from him. He told her to first delete the baby. He said, get rid of the baby. Obviously, that's sign number one. He don't want nothing to do with her or the child. And then after she says, no, I'm not going to get rid of the child, he's saying, okay, well, I'm not going to be in the child's life. the child's going to grow up without a father? What's the attraction? Do the men, Desmond, I'm glad you put that. He said, you grew, you know, that woman looks good. Do the men not see that this right here is not a representation of motherhood? This is not a representation of what it means to be a wife. Mrs. Gale, thank you for the super chat. She said, our ancestors lost men to war and disease. Mothers still kept their femininity, morals, and values and raised great children. Culture is passed down by women. Loose women are now passing down the beliefs and ideals. That's facts. What morals is she going to pass down? How do you think that this is a wise choice to mate with this kind of a woman? Let me tell y'all something. For those of you that don't know, I have women that have a very similar look to this kind of a woman that get in my DMs. I have women that have a very similar look to this kind of woman that get in my DMs. I do. Instant delete. I don't entertain these jokers. I have women that have a very similar look. Seems like she wanted to trap him with a baby. They get in my DMs and I don't fool, I don't bother, I don't do anything with these kind of women at all. I know what this look is. So that was that's the question for me. If you got men that are ending up being rich, to me that would be one of the biggest things that your mama would talk to you about. Son, you're going to be a very wealthy man soon. You're going to be a great athlete. You're going to be a great entertainer, whatever. Leave these jokers that look like this alone. Leave these jokers. Why don't the mothers show text messages like this in the black community to say, son, this type of woman is about her business. Avoid them. You don't want to lose your money to a woman like this. So I know damn well most of the women that are single mothers are not teaching their sons to avoid this type of a look. And that's why, in my opinion, one of the reasons why you got these men that get attracted to this shit. They don't avoid this type of a look. Hooked on the look. They're not teaching their sons as single mothers to avoid this look. I must say, Black Guru, don't give me Mr. Samus to give me a different style. Stop focusing on me versus Kevin. Focus on the message. She is pretty. She's fake. Tuning in from Florida. Tina, thank you for tuning in. Jakira, whatever, however you say your name, you said she's pretty. She's fake, though. This is not a real look. That's what I'm saying. Why are mothers and women teaching their sons about this shit? This is not real. She don't look like this. She has her body done. Her breasts are, you can tell. You think these are real breasts? She's had her breasts done, it looks like. She's had her behind done. A BBL. Her hair is fake. Eyelashes are fake. A bunch of makeup and filters. What's pretty? And I'm so sick of y'all women that love to say this shit. Y'all love to say women are pretty. Women are pretty. All these women are pretty. Why are y'all not judging the beauty of a woman by her character? Come on, talk to me. I remember my grandmother who used to take me to church when I was a child, and she would say things about the woman in her spirit. She would say she has a beautiful spirit or a beautiful mind. She's so nice and sweet. She would make a good little wife. My grandmother used to talk to me about things like that. My mother. These W's today, all y'all do is run y'all mouth about the looks. And then you say the men are just focused on the looks. But it's a lot of y'all women that focus only on the looks of a woman. That's because everyone that looked like that is not a 304. Kurt, everyone that looks like this is not a 304? Well, I asked the chat room earlier, and they said if you look and dress like this, it is a 304. This is the look of a 304. I had this image, the way she looks, and the chat room told me this is the look of a 304. Kevin said no different than Scottie Pippen, Matt Barnes, etc. Yes, Scottie Pippen got involved with, but you know, Scottie Pippen was married to the woman for quite some time. I think like 20 years. Scottie Pippen was married to that woman for quite some time. Y'all gas each other up when it comes to, who is this? This is the baby mama of Anthony Edwards and Lil Baby. She's able to get the seed of two rich black men. And I'm trying to figure out why they're attracted to this type of a look, and it's all fake. And why aren't the women, their mothers, teaching them that this is fake, this is not real, don't be attracted to this shit? Because they didn't grow up around fathers. They didn't have fathers. They're the product of both of the men that she, and what does that say about them? Obviously, she don't care about a man that's been, because if she would have said, okay, well, did you have your father in your life? What are you gonna be a father? Do you want to be the father to my children? She didn't care about that, obviously. Like I said, you can tell she's used to this. This is a business transaction. Folks, I need everybody that's watching, if you haven't shared the live yet, to share the live and also get my like count way up. Get my like count way up. I feel so sorry for the baby, so young and being already rejected by the dad. Yes. Imagine, let me put, since y'all like to have sorrow for the baby, this is the child right here. This baby will never have a father in her life. This baby right here will never have a father in her life. What does that tell you? Are y'all proud of that as women in the community? Are y'all proud that y'all can get a bag of money, but have your children not grow up with a father? I really want to know. Can y'all let me know? Why is your whole platform based on negativity? What's the negativity? Come on up and tell me. What's the negativity? Come on up and tell me. Shout out to RJ Fleming. He said the mental disposition of sensuality is what they desire. My brother, appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
What's good, bro?
Okay, what's going on?
I mean, I watch you, I follow you and everything, but everything is about negatives. It's like looking at Jason Whitlock all over again.
Okay, what's the negativity about what I'm talking about today?
About black women.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, what is the negativity? You can't just say about black women. What's the negativity? You said I'm speaking negative, so what's the negativity?
Well, I just joined your live, so I don't know what you were talking about.
Okay, so you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So what are you coming up here and saying?
Because you're...
Speak?
Hold on. Close the door, Mom. Hold on. What I'm saying is your whole platform, not just right now, your whole platform is basically negativity.
How is what
I
I'm
don't
talking
understand
about
that from a
right
black
now
man.
negative? That's what I'm asking you.
You said what?
How is what I'm talking about right now negative?
Bro, your whole platform is negative. You always talk
I
negative.
didn't
That's all
ask you that.
All right, whatever.
Okay,
You want to
so
be the
you don't
smartest
know what
person
I'm
in the
talking
room.
about right now.
You want
Okay,
to be the smartest
okay.
person in the room.
What about my platform is all negative? Since you said it's all just based off negativity, what is negative about my platform?
Yo, all you do is attack black women. All you do is say all black women are disastrous, whatever you want to say about them.
Disastrous.
Like you say 99.9% of black women are horrible. That's your platform. That's what you say. And then you post shit with the white woman saying, praising the white woman. Like I saw that shit like a couple of days ago.
Marcus.
All right.
Is that your mother? Is that your mother? You gotta go. Is that your mama? Is that your mama telling you gotta go?
No, that's my mother, bro. I'm at their house right now.
Oh, you at their house?
I got my own crib. Stop it. Stop. I know you.
Your mama telling you gotta go. You gotta
shit.
get off the phone.
Nah,
What
she
you
don't let
crying
me
about?
go.
What you crying for, brother? What you crying about? Huh?
I ain't crying.
Yeah, you crying. Why
I'm
you
just calling
crying?
you out. I'm calling you out.
Okay. That's all you got? 'Cause you don't seem like you calling me out about nothing.
I'm calling you out because your negativity.
Okay.
All you is negative.
All right.
Point blank. Period. And once you realize that, maybe we can get somewhere. So let me ask you this: you think what you're saying is positive?
I don't know. You tell me. Is what I'm saying positive or not?
No. I
Okay.
asked
So
you a
how would you
question.
know if what I'm
Where's
saying
the
is
answer?
positive or not if you don't even know what I'm talking about on this live show?
It doesn't matter because I know you and I followed you.
Why do you follow
Like, at
me?
first
So
you
there's
was-
the
at
question we
first
got to
you-
ask about you. Why are you following a man that you say is nothing but negative?
Because at first you was actually positive.
No, I
but then
wasn't. I never changed my
you
content.
went all the way left.
No, I wasn't. I never changed my content.
All you do is hate the women that's the same color as you.
No, I don't. I talk about plenty of women that are of other races too. You don't know what you're
All
talking
right,
about.
bro. Say what you want.
Okay.
You want to be the smartest person in the room when you're not. It's all right.
Who's the smartest person in the room right now?
Me.
Okay. Don't look like it.
Why? Because of my hair? Because of what?
Brother, is that all you got to say? You wasting my time. All right. Have a good day. Folks, this was a clown right here that joined the show, right? He was a clown. He wanted his little 10 seconds of fame or whatever. He got it. You know, he watches me probably every day. He looks at my content probably every day. You can see what kind of man he is. Sounds like he living with his mama. His mama was giving him orders. He had to go in the room. You ain't gonna hear that shit over here at my place. You ain't gonna hear my mama or no woman coming in here telling me to do this or do that. You ain't gonna hear that. This is my house. I run this show. I run this house. Shout out to Brother Keith. He said, this guy's a perfect example of a simp. Get no buns. And I said it's 90% of them because it's maybe more. Salute chat room. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all got to do better than that. Y'all got to come better than that. Brother, why is most of your platform negative? But you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Yes? I can't hear you, brother. I can't hear you. All right, you got a bad connection. I don't know what's going on with your connection either. All right, folks. Where we at right now on my like count? Let's go, folks. I need everybody watching right now to get the like count up. Where we at? We're not even halfway. Let's go. Where y'all at? Why is the like count so low today? Get the like count way up. You're not even halfway to where we need to be. Let's go. I know that fool wanted to come on and talk about all I do is talk about BWs in a negative way. But today I'm talking about, see, that's the problem. Today I'm talking about black men. Today I'm talking about black men and wealthy black men, why they end up attracted to these no good W's who only want their money. This is a business transaction for them. And he wants to come up and say, all you do is talk about the women. You see how ignorant they are? See how stupid they are? And I think I've seen that fool writing in my comment section often. You don't like the shit that I'm putting out, but you watch me all the time. How much sense does that make? You don't like what I put out. You don't like the content I put out, but you're watching it. I should have asked him. He must be tricking off with it. Any man that have a problem with what I'm saying, that tells me you must be tricking off. You must be tricking with your money. If you are a man and you have a problem with me calling out dudes that like these type of, especially wealthy men that like these type of 304 looking women, you must be tricking off with your money. If you have a problem. No man should have a problem. Any man that has any standard about himself, he shouldn't have a problem with me calling out men who only like these kind of a women, end up ruining their life, causing another child is born into this earth that's not going to have a father. More and more fatherless children. And we can't just blame it on the broke, poor ninjas, as they call it in the community. When you got men that have money in the community that don't want nothing to do with the child. If you didn't want nothing to do with having a child, why did you screw? We need more men in the community to ask themselves, because I know these no good ass mothers ain't going to teach you a damn thing. So I need you to put this in your head, what I'm saying. Why are you screwing somebody that you know that you don't want nothing to do with? You know you're not going to want no children with her. Why screw? Why screw? Something that your mama is not going to teach you. Let Guru teach you. Talk to him, Guru. I believe that brother was probably hurt. He came up because he tricks off. You pay for fake loose coochie. And you know damn well after you done got done with it, I know I hear brothers say, man, I'd rather pay the, $100 or whatever than that. No, you don't. Because after you didn't busted that thing and got done with doing your business, you're not happy. You're not sitting up there talking about, yeah, I got my $60 worth. I got my $100 worth. You feel bad and ashamed. Come on, talk to me. A man that's messed with one of these jokers, you feel bad and ashamed after you didn't gave her your $60, $100, $200, however much money you didn't gave. You don't feel good and happy after that shit. No man feels good after giving his money to some strag, loose coochie. You feel like you lost some money. You feel like your money, and then you go back and look at how much money you done spent on these jokers. You'll be disgusted and ashamed. Think about how much money Anthony Edwards is going to end up paying this woman over the next 2 decades. Do y'all hear me? Did y'all hear what I just said? paying money for 2 decades over one nut. Talk to him, Guru. $2 decades worth of money over one nut. How does that feel? I've never paid for it, never will. I'll never degrade a woman like that. Let me tell you something, brother. If you're chasing cooter cat, fake cooter cat with the BBL and the fake titties and all that stuff like this woman got with the fake hair, the weave, the wig, if you're chasing after that, you're going to pay for it. Because I can tell you right now, more than likely, you're not going to marry them kind of women. You're not going to wife up that kind of a woman. And that woman ain't looking for no man who's just looking, to have good times with and all that. No, she want a man that's got some money. Some of them will settle for a man that's broke if you look like a criminal and a felon and a thug. Some of them will settle for that. I can tell you that for a fact. This woman already have 2 kids by 2 different men, 2 different baby daddies.
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Good.
Salute
Respect, much love and respect to you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Sometimes the truth is hard to hear, brother. And most of these ladies, they need to hear some of these things because eventually the reality is gonna hit hard. You know what I mean? Everything is nice and cool when they all pretty and prettied up and everything, but eventually life hits hard. You know, I'm even right now in Dubai, and I've spoken to a few women that are boss bitch and doing everything alone and all that shit, and they're lonely. They're crying of loneliness. And I told her you can give the thanks to feminism about this. You know, they're chasing all their dreams here. But they know like they're in Dubai and the guys know that the girls are in Dubai, so there's no connection. So there's a lot of loneliness over here with these girls. It hits hard, you know? It hits hard.
You're talking about women that have come from other countries to come to Dubai?
Yeah. Like waiting for the dream, for the rich man, and they all think they're going to find the local guy, the rich guy, and eventually they get stuck with the dream that never happened.
Yeah, we know that's why they go. Exactly. We know that's why a lot of them go to Dubai, right? And they let even some of these wealthy guys pee on them and do a number 2 on them and all that stuff because they're hoping that they will get in eventually. Maybe one of them might get chosen and picked. Now, how much sense does that make? What makes you, hey, you know what? I didn't get chosen to be a wife, but he said he'll give me $10,000 or $20,000 if he can poop on me. So instead of becoming a wife, you settle for being pooped on.
Yeah, because your dignity, and that's actually a good point because I like it when they say like we actually know what we feel and we got a gut feeling about things and everything's gonna be all right. But I've seen them change so many times with different partners that the gut feeling is just not there, bro. It's a lie, and they stay stuck in that fantasy. Fantasy is dangerous for these women. They stay in a fairy tale fantasy, thinking that whatever they're thinking is the right path and the right way, but it's not. It's all a dream. It's all a fantasy. It's all bogus.
Yeah, brother. You know what? And you're totally right. I appreciate you saying that because we don't hear a lot of the stories of the truth of what happens. Just like when they are. When a lot of them that end up being the 304 type of women that sell their body for money, they don't talk about how the drug nights and all the liquor and the different things they have to put into their body so they can numb themselves out. They don't talk about how they were assaulted. They don't talk about how they almost lost their life, or the girl that they knew that was doing the same industry, she lost her life, and they used to work together. They don't talk about stuff like that. They just get on social media and show the stacks of ones that they've made.
And that's it. And you know what it is? And it's a thin line. It's a thin line. They just roll into it. You know, it's just one night. I'm with my friend and we're on a yacht. And then from one moment to another, she was the nicest, prettiest, most angelic girl, and then from that moment on, it's a thin line, you know. Maybe they're another 3 or 4 immediately, but it's one, you know. You just stumble into it, and then before they know it, they're stuck in the life, and yeah, they go to this party, that party, they're stuck in it, and it's just a vicious routine.
It's a vicious cycle.
But
Yeah,
that
you're
being
totally
said,
right.
It's a vicious cycle. But that being said, let's actually also to come back, because you know I'm not a woman hater. I just like you say, I'm a teller of the truth. You know, and we like females, but sometimes we need to know what the reality is of things. And to come back to guys, yeah, it's fucked up that some guys, even that I know, they fall for these girls. You know, they believe so much in their own lie that the girl sells her lie, and they both become tangled in the lie.
Yeah, no, you're totally right, brother. Thank you for coming up and sharing that. Shout out to all of the brothers that rock with me in Dubai and across the world.
Yeah, but but I'm Dominican.
You're Dominican. Well, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Shout out to my Dominican brothers as well.
Man.
Have a good day, brother.
Salute.
Take care.
Yeah.
Salute to you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
I'm here, man.
Folks, do me a favor. I still am short on my like count. I need everybody watching right now, if you haven't done it yet, to get the likes up. Let's go. That's all I ask you to do right now is get the likes up, share the live if you haven't shared it yet. Let's go, folks. Let's get it up. Shout out to Miss Janetta. Thank you for the super chat. I did get you. Shout out to you, Miss Janetta. Appreciate you, folks. We're getting ready to hit our first hour pretty soon. If you haven't supported the show today, I don't care what you send me. Support the content. Donate to the content. That's the only way that I'm able to keep this content going, is when you guys support the show and show your love to this type of content that is meant to help the community. But we got fools coming in here saying that, oh, all you're doing is talking negative against the BW. Is it negative for me to tell you to stop hooking? Is it negative for me to tell you to raise your children? Is it negative for me to tell you to be natural and stop putting all the fake shit in your body that's just going to take you out and kill you when before you're 50 or 60 years old? Is it negative for me to tell you to stop chasing men with money just so that you can get pregnant by them and your children will grow up with no father? Is it negative for me to tell you to teach your sons to avoid, or if you a fake woman yourself who had all this work done, who's chasing after money, how are you going to teach your sons to not go after women like you? How are you going to teach your sons to avoid women like you if that's what you are? And that's why you can't. See, I asked the question because I know it's not possible. I know these women are not going to be able to teach their sons to avoid these type of women because a lot of them are like this. A lot of them support this shit. Shout out to brother Frederick. He said, when you live in the lost value system, this is the outcome. That's facts, brother. No value. No value for yourself. No value for your children. Will get rid of them at the drop of a hat. I believe this woman has been pregnant more than 2 times. In my opinion, I believe she's been pregnant more than 2 times. But she's chosen only to have the babies of Lil Baby and Anthony Edwards, 2 millionaire. I want y'all to ponder on that for a minute. I believe she's been pregnant more than twice. This is a business decision, like I said. I'm not having no children. I'm not having no babies with no man unless he has 7 figures. I'm not having no baby with none of these men unless they have 7 figures. No morals or principles, letting childhood trauma cause messed up adulting. Yeah, they don't want to hear it. I'm so glad my father took time to show us how to be wives and loving spouse. Yes, I'm glad your father did so too. And notice what you said. You have a father. When you are one of these women, you don't care. And then you perpetuate. You can't bitch that the men don't want to father their children. They all run off. And then you continue to make more babies with men that don't want to be fathers. How much sense does that make? How can you complain about the men, black men especially, they don't want to be fathers. They're not active in the community. They don't take care of their kids. How can you bitch and complain about those kind of men, but you mate with them? You mate with the same men that you hate. You say you hate. Shout out to Brother Turner. Thank you for the super chat. My brother, appreciate you. And shout out to Brother Keith again for the super chat as well. Thank you both for your contributions. Let's be real. Let's keep it real. Miss Peach, thank you for joining. Let's keep it real. Do they really hate men that are not active fathers? Do they really hate men? Why is it a complaint when he has money and you can extort him for child support? Why is it a complaint when he has money and you can extort him for child support? Show these text messages again. For those of you who are new and haven't been here, this is Anthony Edwards' conversation with the woman that was just on the screen, Ayesha Howard, who has children or has a child with Lil Baby. This woman is almost 48 years old. Anthony Edwards is 23. This woman is 38 years old. She's almost 40 years old. And we already know what most women would say if it was flipped. If it was a almost 40-year-old man messing with a early 20-year-old woman, we already know what most women would say. This woman is almost 40. If y'all didn't know that, she's 38 years old. She's almost 40. She's around my age. I wish I know what she said in this first message. She said something we both may have intended, and being childish and running from it won't make it go away. She started showing messages from February 21st, and then she didn't show any more messages until March 1st. I want to know what else she was saying to him from February 21st to March 1st, because she sure did leave out a whole week. There's another whole week of text messages that she's leaving out. Almost 40-year-old woman. I'm pregnant, wanted to tell you in person, but you gave me no other choice. We probably should have kept it cordial, but we're here now. Okay, laugh out loud. I'm assuming these messages are from a year ago, because it looks like she just had the baby. Said, get the abortion. He said, I don't need hush money. You know, look at what this tells you. This is business for her. I don't see nothing where he even mentioned money in these messages that she put out. He didn't say shit about money. He just said, get the abortion. And the first thing that comes to her mind is, I don't need hush money. My intentions aren't to blackmail you in any way. What? That is your intention. The fact that you're even mentioning it. I'm being upfront and honest. I'm not getting an abortion. It's not an option. I can keep you updated through the process, or I can disappear until the baby's here, and it's on you. You know, here's something that we don't talk about enough. Some of these women don't realize this. Anthony Edwards obviously is an NBA player. But some of these women mess with men that have money that are not in the limelight like this. These men get rid of these women. This is not all of the glamour that these women make it out to be. They don't talk about the dangers of this shit. Some men with money will pay somebody to get rid of this type of woman. Do y'all hear me? And she'll end up missing. Never heard from again. This is what happened. As much as these women like to watch these true crime documentaries, I don't understand how they're not smart enough to realize that. They'll take their chances. Boy, Anthony Edwards, that's how Carmelo got caught up. Lala trapped him on purpose. Yeah, well, he married her too, though. He married her. They don't talk about the dangers of messing with a man with money, because some of these guys with money that don't give a damn and that are not going to be ruined by, they're not going to be ruined. They're not going to be blackmailed or bullied by no woman. They're not going to let no woman do that to them. And they'll take you out. They'll get rid of you. They'll delete you. You want to delete a baby? You want to talk about deleting a baby? They'll delete you. This happens. This is real life. They don't talk about that. I was watching an NFL documentary about old NFL player that did that exact thing. He got caught. Yeah, he got caught. See, and this is what I'm talking about. The players and the guys that are in the limelight, like the NBA players and even some of the rappers, yeah. Because they're always in. But you have guys with money that some of these women, think about this. Think about going to a foreign country. Some of these women going to a foreign country, finding a man that has money. They're on his yacht or whatever. They don't really know what he does for a living, but they just know he has money. And they purposely want to get pregnant by the man to get money from him. Especially in a foreign country. Girl end up missing. It's over. And then a lot of these women don't even know child support laws and shit like that in other countries. They just go thinking that they gonna get the man to support her and her baby. No, a lot of those men in those other countries, especially, they rather get rid of you. They'll get rid of you before they pay any type of child support to you and have you nag them or be around their life for the next 2 decades. 2 decades. Two decades. I'm guessing that Anthony Edwards was screwing her. Let's just say he was screwing her on and off for a couple months. I'm guessing. It could have just took one time, but because these women know when they're ovulating, it could have took one time. Let's just say it was over a couple months. He was screwing her, and then all of a sudden it's over. She's pregnant and he don't want to have nothing to do. Her attitude didn't change. You know, he's done with her. He's over her, cougar cat. And obviously, I mean, the way he's talking to her, for y'all brothers, it ain't all that. So do I think she should have gotten an abortion? No. I think that wealthy black men need to learn from shit like this and keep and stay away from these type of women. And you already know she was. Let's talk about predatorial. Is this a predator? Is this predatorial? You're almost 40 years old. You're twice the age of Anthony Edwards, screwing him and getting pregnant. How old is Lil Baby? She's almost 10 years older than Lil Baby and almost 20 years older than Anthony Edwards. Is this predatorial? Is this a predator? Because if we flipped it, you would say the man was a predator if he did something like this. So we have to be fair. Is this a predator? She knew what she was doing. They don't realize how on point you be. They will unalive you so quick. There is no deep connection in money. Yeah. Money can't get rid of any inconvenience for a man. That is very true. Money will get rid of any inconvenience that a man has. The money will get rid of that. That is very true. Money will get rid of, because you are an inconvenience. And at this point, she's becoming an inconvenience to him. And I believe she's going to start affecting his play. I believe his play is going to change. Hope some of you young brothers and some of you mothers that have young sons are listening and end up doing the right thing by your sons. How did he bring it public when she's the one that submitted these text messages? You're writing in here that he brought it public. She's the one that posted these text messages that I'm reading. She posted these text messages. You don't know what you're talking about. He said, bye, see you later. Anthony, do you hate me? Now, why would she ask a question like that? So we have to examine. Y'all have to take the time to really look at this shit and examine it. Why would she ask the man, do you hate me? And he said, you're bringing a child into the world that's going to be without a father. And her next thing is, I'm not asking you to be with me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And if you chose to be a complete ghost to your seed, that's totally up to you. That's something you have to take up. You know, and now she's trying to guilt trip him. But he only can blame himself at this point. But you can say that she was a predator, but he only can blame himself. I feel bad for the brother that has to deal with this shit for 2 decades. 2 decades. I teach my sons every single day. Y'all crazy if y'all don't think this is not going to affect this play. Once he starts having more court cases that he has to be involved with, once he starts seeing more of the money taken out, and then what she's going to do, here's another thing that she's going to do. When you're attracted to shit like this, she's going to start getting child support and then find ways to up the child support. She already tried it. He had to use his lawyers to prove that she had been living in Georgia, and she tried to all of a sudden, right before the baby was born, move to California and have the baby in California so that she can get a higher amount of child support because of California's cost of living. But his attorney had to bring that up to the judge to block that. His attorney had to block that. Otherwise, he would have been paying even more money in child support. But that's what happened. So you think she's going away? Even if let's just say he's paying her, $40,000 a month. She's not going away. That's not going to be enough. Some of you brothers that maybe didn't have mothers to teach you this shit, I hope I'm educating y'all. so that y'all realize this is the consequence of this. This is the consequence. She's going to come back for more and more and more. Folks, never can these women come on here and say that I don't bring up or talk about the men for their decision making and choices, because this live was dedicated to men that actually have money and why they're attracted to these kind of women. It's in the black community. They don't have fathers. That's one thing Lil Baby and Anthony Edwards have in common. They didn't grow up with fathers. They still chose to be with, at least for a moment, a woman that was much older, that finessed them, that got pregnant by them. And I told you, I believe that she's been pregnant more than twice. It's amazing what emergency contraception and abortion can do for the modern day W. It can get rid of babies, unwanted babies, and unwanted babies for them means a lot of times the man has no money. Man that has no money. And if they don't have any money, sometimes they'll have the baby with the man that has no money because they can get government assistance. Let's be real. You are taking a high risk. I encourage and teach the men to make better choices with their private part. An absent father and a father not in the household are two different things. Okay, well, the only information that I have from those two men is that they didn't grow up with their fathers. Now, don't you think that it would be reported if they grew up in a split home, that they grew up in a split home? But that was not what was reported. What's been reported is they were raised and grew up with their mothers only. The father was not around. That's what I saw from both of them. So why don't you do your research on Anthony Edwards and Lil Baby? If you can find out something that says different, because I've done the investigation. You brothers got to think 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as we're ending the show here in just a second. Y'all need to really think, especially if you have any kind of money. Yes, I am live on YouTube. Especially if you have any kind of money, y'all need to really consider who you put your private in. And is it worth it, knowing that you got any kind of money, she's not going to get rid of the baby. More than likely, she's not getting rid of that baby. And I don't encourage that either. That means we got to make better choices as all of us men, especially black men, on who we choose to have intercourse with. We got to make very good decisions. The split home is never reported. They stereotype. Listen, why don't you go do some investigation? Because you're just talking right now. You're just running your mouth. You're just running your mouth. Don't get caught up. If you brothers got any kind of money about you, even if you broke, I don't recommend it. Don't get caught up with one of these type of women. I don't care how good they is. I want you to think about it for a second. Most of the time it's fake anyway. Why would you want to get caught up with a woman that's fake and ran through? Because a woman that don't have 300, 400, 500 bodies on her is not going to even have that kind of mindset. Woman that don't have 20, 30, 40 bodies on her don't have that kind of a mindset. And more than likely, she's not going to let you hit it anyway. If it was easy to hit, more than likely, that's what you're going to get. I have to put these things together that rhyme sometime. If it was easy to hit, that's what you're going to get. a joker that is going to scheme and scam you for all of your money. Shout out to everybody that joined the live stream today. Appreciate you. Thank you to everybody that donated. I hope you gained something from this content today. I'll be back, inshallah, tomorrow with another fire message. I have to go now. My prayer time. Thank you all for being here. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Salute to you all. Peace and blessings. Until next time, have a great evening.